Hi guys, this is Vishal here from Trapcode. So in this video we will understand about a responsive layout like a container row and column layout. So this is a very brief introduction. We already have a detailed video around it, but for this Trapcode for beginner or a crash course series, I just want to touch it and see and like basically explain what exactly it is. So whenever we are building a responsive web application, we want the layout to arrange itself on the basis of the screen size. So let's say here, if it is a tablet, it should be of different layout. If it is a mobile, different layout, mobile landscape and all these things, right? So to build a responsive layout, you need a grid system or a row container row column layout. So let's see how that can be used in Trapcode. So Trapcode uses the Bootstrap framework as a default UI framework. So and Bootstrap gives a very good feature for building a responsive layout. So to build a responsive layout, so you have a container which is a section and a page. Okay, so I can just go and drop a container like this. It can be a fixed or fluid. So fixed means it occupies certain width, so you can control that what that fix will be, or you can choose fluid, which is basically 100% area of the page. Okay, now you need row, right? After container, the next component which comes is row. So row is something which divides the page into horizontal component. So row again takes the same width as the container. Then after row, the next thing which comes is column. So column is something which divides the page into vertical components, and you can decide that how much width this particular column should take. And by default, you can slice the page into 12 equal parts, up to 12 equal parts. So it can be 6 or 6. Let's say you want to divide page into 2 parts. So it's 6 and 6. You want to divide page into 3 equal parts, 4, 4, 4. Or you want to divide page into 4 equal parts, then 3, 3, 3, 3. Or you can do uneven part like 2 and 10, 3 and 9, like this. So let's divide the page into 2 equal parts. So I'll just choose 6 by 12. Okay, and this is for different screen sizes. What I am saying, for on small screen 6 by 12, on, or let's say on a small screen I'll say take the whole width 12 by 12, on mobile also 12, on tablet take 6 by 6, here take 6 by 6, bigger screen take 6 by 6. Okay, so this is one column. You may not be seeing it, but I'll just show you. Okay, and this is another column I just duplicated. So if I go to the layer manager, I can see container. Inside container there's a row. Inside row there are columns. Ignore this card. So this was like, so now there are 2 columns. Now let's go and add something to these columns. Let's add some color. So I'll just choose and I'll go to the decoration and add some color. So let's say I add this red color and maybe set some minimum height to, let's say minimum height, let's say 200 pixel. Okay, so now this is it. I'll choose the second column, give the background color of, let's say, orange. So this is how my columns look like. I can give whatever design I want to give. And now let's see how this looks on tablet. So on tablet we have told 6 by 12, so it will remain half of the page. But on mobile screen I want it to take 100% width. So I'll say mobile. You see now it is different. So let's change minimum height to 200. Okay, so on mobile screen you see it is one on another. So the content which was left to right, now it's top to bottom, because that is what we have configured for mobile screen. Okay, and this is fine. But if I go back to tablet, it is 50-50. Desktop 50-50. Let's drop one more container row column. So I can drop this, a fixed layout or a fluid. Okay, so this time let's say fixed layout. Same thing, I'll go again and I'll drop a row. Don't drop container column directly in the container. Just always drop container, then row, then column. The column. So now this time I'll say take 12 by 12, 12 by 12, but for medium screen let's say I'll say 4 and 4, and the other column I'll just duplicate it, so we can have 3 columns. So I'll just say here take 8, 8 and 8. So basically 1/3 and 2/3. So now let's give some minimum height. So let's say minimum height of 300. This also I'll say 300, and let's give another color. Let's go to background. Let's give some color. Here also let's give some color. Okay, this container is full width, this container is a fixed width. Now let's go and see the preview. So this is how it looks like. Now if I try to zoom in or zoom out, because different screens have different resolution, this fixed width should just stay in the center, and this fluid will keep on expanding as the page expands. So let me try. I'm doing zoom out. So let's say bigger screen, bigger screen, bigger screen, bigger screen. So here you can see the fluid one is taking all the width, whatever the screen size, but the fixed one is just shrinking towards the center. If I zoom in, so now this is more like a mobile screen. So this header has changed to mobile. Again, this is full width of the mobile, this is half. If I keep increasing, so now I think this is the exact mobile layout. So now it has shifted towards the center. Same thing here. If I go and see how this looks like on tablet, so it's 6x12, 6x12, but this is 3x12, sorry, 4x12 and 8x12, 1/3 and 2/3. But if I go to mobile, everyone is taking the 100% width, right? So now let's build some actual use case. So this is how the responsive layout works. So let me just remove it. So you don't have to build all these from scratch. We have already done it. So if you go to components, you go to the sections. So these are already done, all this according to what you need, right? So this is a 2-column layout, 3-column, 4-column, like this. Let's say you need a page like this, you can just build it, right? You need something else. So let's say you need with images, a 3-column or a 4-column layout. So it is already there. Right, now this is responsive. You see, this is all taking the width as you need. Now you can just put your own content as you want, and then it will take the shape of the screen size, whether it's a full width, half width, mobile, tablet, all these things. So all these sections are responsive. You can just drag and drop and just use as you want. So let's say I need something like this, just drag and drop. We've already done it. Let's change it to 4-column. Here it is. And by default, all these are fixed width. But if you want, you can just go to the container layer. So as of now, you see it's an image layer, top, row, container, column. So if you need several layers, you can just put container again in the column, then container, then row, then column, like this. Okay, row, container. So here, let's say I change it from fixed to fluid. So you see, it has taken the whole width. So fluid is something which takes the whole width, fixed is something which takes a fixed width, and then after that, a row, you can have multiple rows. So as of now, let's say there is one row. So let me see, this is one row. You want more rows, you can just duplicate. So many rows are there. Now you can have columns. So basically this helps you to build a grid system which is responsive. So on, let's say, mobile screen, you see it is one after the, one after the, one after the, something like this. So you can either use a container row column like I have shown you, or you can use sections which are pre-built layout for you. You can just drag and drop and use as it is, right? So this covers the basics of a container row column layout. See you again in the next video. Bye bye.